Hello and welcome back to the USA New Times. I'm Quizela, bringing you the latest updates around the world. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification so you never miss our updates. Today we bring you three major international stories shaping global security and regional peace. Let's begin with USA suspends green card lottery over security fear. AFC M23 withdraw from Uvira after USA pressure. Australia announces largest gun buyback in 13 years. The United States Secretary of Homeland Security, Chris Noem, has announced the suspension of the green card diversity visa lottery, citing concern over national security. The decision, she explained, was taken by President Donald Trump following the identification of suspects involved in shooting incidents near Brown University and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, who had entered the USA through the Green Card program. The suspect, identified as a Claudio Naves Valente, is a Portuguese national who first entered the United States in the year of 2000 as a student. In 2017, he was granted permanent residence through the Green Card system. Authorities alleged that his involvement in violent activity raised serious questions about the effectiveness of the visa screening process. On December 19, 2025, Secretary Noem wrote on a social media platform X that individuals involved in acts of violence should never be allowed entry in the United States. She emphasized that the safety of American citizens must remain on top priorities. Each year, the USA issues about 15,000 green cards through the diversity visa lottery, targeting countries with low rates of migration to the United States, particularly those in Africa. In 2025 alone, more than 20 million people applied for the program, with over 131,000 applicants selected, including family members. President Trump has long opposed the green card lottery. In 2017, he attempted to terminate the program after a deadly truck attack in New York City claimed the lives of 7 people. As Secretary Noem reiterated, the lottery poses risk to American lives and should not continue. USA Senator Lindsey Graham has welcomed the decision by the AFC M23 coalition to withdraw its fighter from the city of Uvira in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, while expressing deep concern over continued attack against the group. The withdrawal took place on December 17th and 18th, 2025, following requests from the United States, which has been actively involved in peace negotiations between AFC M23 and the Congolese government. Despite the move, the coalition warned that the government forces should not immediately occupy the city. AFC M23 urged international mediators, including the United States, Qatar, and the African Union, to establish credible security mechanisms to protect civilians in Uvira. Bertrand Bisimwa, the coalition's deputy political leader, stated that with the withdrawal was positive, lasting peace depends on protecting the population from armed groups and extremist ideologies. Although AFC M23 comprised the withdrawal, its position in North Kivu province, particularly in Masisi territory, have reportedly come under attack by Wazalendo military supported by the Congolese government. The Congolese government has rejected AFC M23 partial withdrawal, insisting that the group must leave all areas its control. This stance comes as a peace talk continue in in Doha, Qatar. On the night of December 18th, Senator Graham said he was encouraged by reports of the withdrawal. On the night of December 18th, Senator Graham said he was encouraged by the reports of the withdrawal, but saddened by the attacks on withdrawing forces. He called on the United States to reinforce its leadership role on return all parties to the negotiating table in line with President Trump's vision of peace and economic development in the Great Lake regions. The Australia federal government has announced a major national gun buyback sale described as most significant in nearly 13 years following the deadly Bondi Beach terrorist attack earlier this month that killed 15 people. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese unveiled the proposal after meeting of the National Security Committee, framing it as a renewed national effort to reduce the number of firearms in civilian hands and strengthen public safety. Under the proposed program, the federal government, in partnership with states and terrorists, will purchase surplus, newly banned and illegal firearms from private owners. The sale will be founded on 50-50 cost-sharing basis between Canberra and the states with surrendered weapons to be permanently destroyed. Enabling legislation and funding appropriation must be passed by Parliament before the buyback can commence. Prime Minister Albanese said the Bondi attack demonstrated the need for stronger gun control, noting that one of the perpetrators was a licensed firearms owner with multiple weapons. He confirmed that the buyback would be accompanied by broader reform, including accelerating work on national firearms register and examining limits on the number of the gun an individual may own. Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke said was essential to reducing exceeding gun ownership and preventing weapons from being misused. Officials have described the initiative as the largest gun buyback since the reform introduced after the 1996 Port Arthur massacre, other than the Prime Minister John Howard's, which removed hundreds of thousands of the firearms from circulation. Despite Australia's strict gun law, the number of legally owned firearms has increased over recent decades, promoting renewed debate about whether existing regulation remain adequate. The announcement followed the December 14th attack at Bondi Beach during Hanukkah gathering, which authorities have classified as terrorist incident influenced by extremist ideology. The attack shocked the national and regulated scrutiny, firearms licensing and monitoring, particularly in cases where attackers lawfully opposed the weapon. Supporter of the buyback argue it's necessary evidence-based response to prevent future mass security attacks, while some gun owner and civil liberties groups have raised concern about scope and implementation. The government is expected to introduce detailed legislation in the coming week outlining compensation timelines and enforcement mechanisms, with the program potentially removing hundreds of thousands firearms nationwide. That's all for now from the USA New Times. Don't forget to follow us on our social media for more updates, and thank you so much for staying with us. We really appreciate you.